Alright, welcome back to the channel. We are actually working on my car today. It's a 1967 Belvedere II with a big block Mopar. I'm going to change transmission pan gasket and the fluid because it's leaking all over the floor. And it's getting all over the underside of the car, and I don't want to be burning it onto the exhaust, having the same issue that Dale was and the same issue I had before. So I'm going to go today and put a brand new lube blocker gasket and check the transmission filter and see what's in the pan. It's up in the air. Yeah, as you can see, it's leaking pretty bad. The quart gasket decided to go ahead and split all the way around after I torqued it the last time, and it's still leaking. I tried to retorque it to see if it would seal it up and keep it from leaking. It did what I thought it was going to do. Split and started leaking worse. So now, some of the upgrades we did this year is it's got a low deck in it now with cross-bolted mains. It's a 512. The old motor was a 511, but it was a RB, as tall deck. For you, those of you that aren't real motor savvy, I'll show you the difference, or explain the difference between the tall deck and the low deck. So like this block over here, it's an aftermarket block, but the difference in how you measure your deck height is from the center of the crank journal to the top of the deck surface, and that gives you your deck height. Well, an RB is taller than a low deck like I just put in my car, but the low deck is stronger, so it'll handle more power. Bigger cylinder heads, bigger camshaft, everything. The motor makes probably 250 more horsepower just by itself over the old motor. Same transmission combination. I just upgraded all the transmission lines. It's got the converter out of Billy's car in it behind this motor. Redid the exhaust with cutouts, painted it all, cleaned it up. I had to fix a whole bunch up here because put new headers in it. They're Doug's 2" by 3.5. The head, 1 3/4 by 3" some little baby headers. And at the back of the car, I did a back brace. Don't look at those welds. Did a back brace, try and save the 8 3/4 until I can get the money to put a Dana or a 9" in it, preferably a 9". And then what's taking the car so long basically now to get ready for the street again is once we got the car up in the air, I realized that the whole front suspension was just garbage and pretty beat up. So I'm gonna go ahead and redo the whole front suspension. It's gonna get a coilover set up, tubular K-member, just something a little more safe. My plan for the car this year is to try and go somewhere in the 940s. It went 1050s, one 1050, and then it went 1060s all week on race week in 2020. Took third place in hot rod. But this year I'm hoping it'll go 940s, 960 average. The pistons are only good for 250 force of nitrous, so I'll show you all that whenever I lower the car back down. I got the fluid out of it. It all came out pretty clean. It's kind of dark in the video, but it was pretty clear. No chunks of junk in it or anything, and that's actually hydraulic and Type F mix. But we're going to be replacing it with some 30 weight ATI. Try and tighten that converter up a little bit, and should help me get the ET goals I want. So I spent like the last 15 minutes, maybe 20, looking for my gasket, the one that I just bought. I'm pretty sure that it's up there.
No, God! No, God!
Oh, it's fast enough. So, just that one. Oh, missed that one. Honestly, guys, all this looks pretty good. This gasket's just toast. Yeah, look at that thing. It's nasty. Doesn't look like the pan's got a whole lot of junk in it. Looks pretty clean to me. That's sweet. We can get the gasket thrown in there and throw it back on. So this is that brand new gasket I got. It's a pretty thin deal, but it should seal pretty good with this aluminum pan. The cork gasket was just not happy. It's tearing this. Pan's back on. I'm gonna go ahead and torque all these down, spec, and we'll lower it down, put food in. So we are back on the ground. I need to go find a funnel, and I'm probably going to spend the next 45 minutes looking for that because we never have any funnels sitting around. You always got to dig for them. I lied. I lied. I think I know where a funnel is. Don't tell Dale. Now, going inside the car, I did put a center console in the car. I converted the car to Holley EFI. I am running their Dominator 4500 Terminator X setup. Car's still got to tune it. I'm using the Alpha N profile for basically off the TPS because the camshaft was too big and I couldn't get a good reading on tuning with KPA. So I went ahead and swapped over to TPS, and I'm just kind of fiddling with it right now. I'm new to tuning. I have no idea what I'm doing for the most part. I do have common sense and I know how to, how fuel and air works. So I'm teaching myself. Any tips appreciated. Well guys, I'm gonna have to end the video off there. I was gonna do some tuning, but the yard's muddy and I'm not gonna be able to get out. So it's gonna have to wait till another day. We are coming up on the Gremlins motor build. I will be uploading a video on that, hopefully this next weekend on Sunday. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna be trying to get that motor back in the car and hopefully get it running and do some testing, not this weekend, but the next weekend. And try and maybe set some personal best times. We'll see how that goes. I'm not sure if he's gonna change the converter or not. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment what you want to see from the channel. We got tons of new content coming. Just bear with me. I'm new to the editing, so I'm a little slow. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.